Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to take a look at a very bright object that a lot of people have been seeing in the early morning eastern sky. I've been getting a lot of videos and photos. We're going to zero in on that object in this video. Also in this video, I want to talk briefly about yesterday's very high UV reading, at least for February in the northern hemisphere. I took this reading yesterday at around 12:15 p.m. when the sun was at its peak, and if you're going to measure UV, typically that's where peak UV is going to be, and it should have been around 3.9 or 4, and it was above 9, 9.7 to be exact, and you can see the sun was low on the horizon. Typically, in the wintertime in the northern hemisphere, the sun angle is low, the UV is low. In the summertime, the sun angle is high, and the UV is typically high in the northern hemisphere. That reading I took yesterday was a summertime reading, and it's February. So I'm going to take another reading today, and I'll share that via a short video. I'll share the UV reading that I get today. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos, sent in from all around the world. I want to start with a unique photo out of Kansas City, Missouri, sent in by Tammy W. From KC Mo, sitting at an intersection. The cross street was Rainbow Boulevard, and as she was sitting there waiting on the light to turn green, a very intense double-decker rainbow appears in the background of Rainbow Boulevard. How about that? I'd say the chances of winning the lottery a couple of times are greater than that ever happening again. I want to take you guys now out to the top of Mount Kilauea. This is a view from that location on the Big Island of Hawaii. And I noticed this morning there was what appeared to be a ghost double-decker rainbow off to the left over here. See how it's got the same size and general shape of a double-decker rainbow? And I just happened to have a photo from the Big Island that was sent in by Daniel a few days ago of a double-decker rainbow from this location. And see the similarities? The nighttime one looks like a ghost double-decker rainbow. And then obviously this one over here is a bright, thick double-decker during the daytime hours from Daniel. That was taken on 2/10, and the one you see on the left was 2/13, about 3 days later. I don't know that that's some sort of a nighttime ghost rainbow, but it sure looks like one to me. And again, this view is from on top of Mount Kilauea. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos, sent in from all around the world. Here's another example of this bright object in the early morning east sky. See it right there? I've got many videos and photos of this object we're going to take a closer look at in this video. That's another example. I've seen several of those here lately of that bright object in the early morning sky. Sharon C. from Amarillo, Texas. The light beams in the sky appeared when it was very cold back about 10 days ago in Amarillo, Texas. Barbie and Dave out of Branford, Connecticut. Couldn't help but notice this what looked like a hybrid roll cloud, shelf cloud spanning across the sky, visible from Branford, Connecticut. Leland from Salt Lake City, Utah. Super cool photo here with a fiery orange sky in the background. Kathleen out of Australia. This here was a unique sunset on the 10th, and you can see it too has some sort of what looks like a fog bow, some sort of a ghost halo in the sunset. That's unedited, exactly the way I received the photos. This next photo was from upstate New York, sent in by Tammy, and you can see the entire double-decker rainbow spanning across the lake. Kirby W. from Texas couldn't help but notice this unusual cloud up in the sky that looked like a pyramid with a tail. How about that? It's not something you see every day. Aaron W. This is a video of the sun, and the clouds are acting as a solar filter. Over here, the clouds must have been thinner, and the light found its way through the clouds over there in the thin spot, and the thicker clouds were blanketing out the bright sunlight. Jody B., not exactly sure of the location, couldn't help but notice these waves in the sky. These here look almost like gravity waves spanning clear across the sky. Unusual clouds here. Don't even know how to interpret those. Look like some sort of flower up in the sky or a row of flowers. John out of Minnesota got a big halo, sun looking like a diamond, and sundogs off to the right and left of the sun. That phenomenon is created by snow particles, and you can see there's definitely snow on the ground. Super long, what looks like a structure in the sky, some sort of a dark trail noticed by Mary Hall from the International Space Station, and this was near Asia as the space station was in that location. This is from Mary's location up in Michigan. looking out the front door of her house, also noticed those wavy clouds in the sky, like you see here in Rhode Island. Photo sent in by Jessica. Photo here sent in by Tanya A. of as she was describing, a rainless rainbow. Looks like a fog bow, not sure of the location, but that was in obviously broad daylight, and it was not raining at the time she took those photos. Okay, I want to take you guys now out to the eastern sky. This is from yesterday morning. I was outside early, saw the bright object low on the horizon in the eastern sky. This was around 5:40, 5:50 a.m. Obviously, it was still dark. I just took this photo with my iPhone. Turned out pretty good. I mean, it could have been better, but I just free-handed it. That's the object. Here I zoom in on the object. And according to my sky map, that should be Venus. Here's my sky map. The time and location was 5:43 a.m., and Venus was supposed to have been in that location. And according to my sky map and the photo I took, that does coincide. It lines up. So I got my tripod out, and I got out a little bigger camera, and I started taking photos of Venus in the eastern sky. And I wanted to show you guys what long exposure looks like, how it's going to become a little more light saturated, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with a rapid exposure with low light. And you can actually see Venus is in phase mode pretty much all the time. Here it is out of focus. If your camera, whatever type of recording device you're using, goes out of focus, it turns into a version of what looks like the sun in the nighttime sky. Here's another version of Venus out of focus. I'm just trying to give you guys some examples in case you do see this. You'll know what it is. It's not anything that shouldn't be there. In fact, it's right exactly where it's supposed to be. This is another version of it just simply out of focus on a longer exposure. This is yet another long exposure, and it's allowing in more light. So you can see it's slightly oversaturated. Here it is on a low light setting, and you can actually see it's in phase mode. You can see the side that's facing the sun is lit up, and then the backside over here is dark, just like it's supposed to be. If you had a telescope and you could go in tight on Venus, you'd think you were looking at possibly a version of the moon, because it's always in some sort of phase mode like the moon. Here is a video of Venus. This is normal lighting. I haven't done anything to it except zoom in over here on the right, and this is the video on the left. And you can see up close the different colors, especially on the top. You can see purples and light purple, a little bit of color on the bottom. And it depends on the type of recording device you use. This is Venus, once again, on a different setting, out of focus. That's all that is. That is not a large spinning disk. And again, if I was using a different recording device, it may look completely different. It might be tumbling in the sky, loaded with different colors. With this particular camera, it does look like a large spinning disk in the sky, and that's just simply out of focus. You're going to see me put it back into focus right here when I zoom back out. And right here I'm using a heavier light setting. It's just allowing more light to come into the field of view. So just know what people are seeing over there, maybe yourself included. That is Venus. It is shining very bright, especially if there's no clouds in the sky. Right now it's coming up. This is a screen grab for today. It rose at 4:37 a.m. Right now at 9:54, it was in the southern sky. It's kind of hard to see, but if you know where to look and it's far enough away from the sun, looks like a golf ball in the sky. And you can see it. I've done it and actually got a video of it. And if you have a decent enough telescope and you know where to look, it is possible to see it in the daytime sky. Once again, it looks like a golf ball sitting in the sky. And once again, I'll share today's UV reading for February 13th in a video short, and that will be uploaded sometime around 1 o'clock today. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.